everyone, this is Mary, I'm the Cinema Witch, and today I'm reacting to one of Sam and Colby's videos that I haven't seen before. The reason why I'm doing that is because my Conjuring House series analysis is being delayed, as I've been saying on all of my social media. I mean, if you have been following me on other platforms, you will know that I've been working on this analysis for, ever since the last episode came out. I'm struggling to finish it because a lot of stuff happened that I will tell you in that video. That's kind of the idea. So, because I'm kind of working on it on the side, it's taking its time. I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna do my medium reacts thing anyway, because I want to try it raw, as a kind of raw reaction, because I've never seen the video I'm gonna be watching today. I haven't seen before. That's what I'm gonna be doing today, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it turns out in the end, and whether it's gonna get the reception that I'm hoping for. So if you are into paranormal stuff, if you are into all things magical or spiritual, you know, you can subscribe to my channel, because I'm gonna be doing more of this. I'm also working on my own paranormal investigations, by the way. It's not that I'm gonna be just reacting to other people's stuff and never do it myself. I will, but you know, organizing things like that takes time, and as a filmmaker myself, I want to do it in a correct way, so I'm just depending on people communicating back with me. So if you are interested in that sort of stuff, you are free to subscribe to my channel, and of course, if you like this video, do, you know, that little like button, click that. Before I jump into the video, I just want to make a very quick disclaimer, sort of to clarify what I'm actually doing. Although I'm a medium and I'm a witch myself, I am reacting to something that I am not physically connected to. I have never been to that place. I'm not there physically right now. So whatever I'm receiving in forms of visions or senses or whatever, it's not always going to be accurate. Therefore, whatever I'm saying doesn't mean it's going to be 100% true. And it doesn't mean that you need to believe me or like trust my opinion. This is solely my opinion and vibe check. This is more so for entertainment. Take anything I say with a grain of salt, and we'll go from there. I hope you enjoy this video. So let's jump into it. I'm gonna put my headphones on now. The video that I'm watching today is the Lighthouse one. It's called My Terrifying Experience Alone in a Haunted Lighthouse. I haven't seen it before, so this is a true, raw sort of reaction.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby, and welcome to the most haunted lighthouse in the world. This lighthouse...
Honestly, lighthouses actually terrify me, because immediately they feel claustrophobic. I can't do anything about it. They are claustrophobic.
House is in St Augustine, aka the oldest city in America, and Ghost Hunters has coined this as the Mona Lisa of paranormal locations.
It's black and white shaft I've ever seen in my life.
How many black and white shafts?
Look how tall it actually is. That's so tall.
It almost looks like
It is quite a lot. I'm not gonna say that.
it is almost Christmas, so.
Oh, and the door's just wide open for us. You wanna go first?
Oh, yeah?
This is what I mean. I mean, one thing is the building under the lighthouse itself, where the lighthouse keepers usually lived. It kind of feels like a house, so nothing significant there. But when you start thinking about climbing the stairs to go up to the actual light, that's where I'm like, ew, I don't like that idea.
Okay.
Shit, dude. Hello?
They say that lighthouses are usually some of the most paranormal spots and buildings ever.
Why are lighthouses the most paranormal buildings? I mean, I don't know. Statistically, can we actually have a statistic on that? I don't think so. Oh my god. This is what I'm saying. They have learned a lot about storytelling throughout like their years of their career on YouTube. The teasers are usually the ones that catch my eye, because they know how to hook. This particular frame of them sitting together doing the Estes. What's the idea there? Like, the Estes method was created in order for one person to ask and the other one to be a conduit for the spirits to communicate. What's the point of this specifically? I don't get it. Okay, we'll see. We'll find out.
Dude!
Wait.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
This is the parlor room, one of the most haunted places in this house. Because of
I'm watching like this little clip right now. The parlor room is already feeling a bit not gonna say it's haunted. I mean, it probably is. Let's be real here for a second. I'm not gonna be able to say by who yet. Like, my physical reaction is not comfortable. Like, my stomach is already kind of feeling a bit tight, because it kind of creates anxiety. You know, it's that sort of atmosphere where you constantly feel anxious, pressured.
There's a guy named Major Harn. He is heard coughing in this room because he died from tuberculosis. If you don't reference William Harn as Major William Harn, he gets pissed off.
So you're saying he would give you major harm if...
I like a good pun. I'm gonna be very serious. I like a good pun, and that was a good one.
Shine your light down.
Ooh, what? Yeah, I don't like this. Do you know what? I'm feeling like I will need some help, so I'm gonna do the usual. Whatever spirit is in the parlor and in the room that they're in right now isn't really... It's not sure.
The tour guide was saying that door on the left-hand side opens and closes, and there's shadow figures that come rushing into this room. So we have a temperature gauge right here because of the fact that in this room, massive temperature changes happen, especially, once again, coming from that room into this room. Maybe we'll catch Santa too, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe the footsteps are literally just Santa on the roof.
If you don't say Major and you don't call him by his correct name, he gets a little more angry.
Right.
I'm not saying we should...
Do you want to try?
Oh.
I don't think it's Major, but something's definitely there trying to watch. I can't quite catch what it is yet. It's a bit difficult, but it's watching and it doesn't want to talk.
We heard you don't like when people say your real name without saying major. Could you let us know that you don't like that?
There is no reaction from the atmosphere whatsoever.
Rocking chair?
Come on, Willie.
I want to know that you're here.
That's not William. The more they call that in as William, it's not William.
Guess he's too scared to show himself.
Like we just said, we heard that the most haunted spot here in the Keeper's house is the basement, and the spirits here are kind of tricksters.
Peter Rasmussen, our longest serving lightkeeper.
But he's known to be more of like an aggressive spirit now.
With certain people. He is...
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
So,
If you make him mad.
if you make him mad, but generally with gentlemen, we do notice that he has a tendency to be a little bit...
These fucking half AI generated inserts of scary faces is the most annoying thing ever, because I see that and then I can't get rid of it when I'm trying to actually process what I'm seeing inside the building, and it distracts me so much. Because then I'm like automatically, because I'm a human being and, you know, human mind does this shit all the time. You know, we recognize patterns and then we fill in the blanks automatically. That's what human brain does. And I constantly do that. And I have to constantly kind of battle with myself and be like, no, Mary, you can't do it. You remember where this image came from. It's not an actual reading.
The fact that everything just changed about this entire look of this place.
Yeah, I know. This reminds me of like the Conjuring basement a little bit.
I've already posted a video on my TikTok explaining what the Conjuring basement actually has, and I also talked about it on my recent podcast episode, so you can go and have a look. This is very different from the Conjuring house basement at the moment, energetically. A bit more air here than in the Conjuring.
Wait, dude. Apparently people that are taking the tour see like a little girl standing there.
Oh god.
Yeah, like playing like
Thank
hide
you
and
for
seek or
that
something. It's,
imagery
like,
again.
So do you want to stand over there with the light off?
Let's do it. Young kids would love to take that row away like a roller coaster and just go...
No way.
Two options. Exhausted, so coordination's lost. Potential loss of concentration, basically, and just lack of spatial awareness. That's what happens to me personally. I do that to myself all the time. Third option, I'm not gonna put it like aside that some spirits can also cause that. So it's not going to be as like paranormal or mysterious, but they will just cause kind of like clumsiness. So I'm at the moment, I'm not ruling out a spirit here.
No way, dude, maybe that's the pity girls. Like just throw it.
I just slamming my arms into here.
Just randomly. Yeah, look.
I wonder if there's anything like right here specifically. I don't think so.
No,
No,
you were just
nothing
doing
there
that
yet.
For literally like 3 minutes.
It was right
That
when I
was
turned it
just
away
a
from me.
environment thing.
Tricksters.
Let me just quickly explain what a trickster spirit actually is, because people get confused quite often, actually. Also, if you see moving shadows on the floor, that's my cat. It's a black cat. It's gonna look scary, but nothing to be scared of. This is what people think they are. They think that it's a demon pretending to be something else in order to like trick you into like trusting it and then selling a soul or whatever. No, that's not what a trickster spirit is. Also, trickster spirits are not always the souls that kind of got stuck or the dead. The dead can do that if they are intelligent and if they are actually existed as a human and they like having fun, or they used to like having fun. The trickster spirits that weren't human, and they are most likely to be non-human spirits, they're not like demons, they're not nothing, they're just there to cause spikes of emotions. They're not necessarily an egregore, they might be completely independent of it, but they are there to cause emotions, like the spikes of it, so that they could continue feeding off of it and kind of existing in there. Most poltergeist activities are that. They're called trickster spirits because they kind of trick your mind into being scared or feeling any sort of other emotion. The chances that the trickster spirits in this place are the girls, necessarily, the chances are pretty low. That's the only clarifications I'm going to give you. If there are any trickster spirits, I don't think it's going to be the people who passed on.
The main game that they like to play in the basement is hide and seek.
And maybe I'm in their spot.
Maybe we grab a second EMF detector and start a game.
I also need to mention that EMFs are not the best trustworthy like equipment there is. There might be something interfering the magnetic field, so...
My god.
See, and then, dude, I'm not even moving it.
Oh my god, dude.
What? That's how you confirming you want to play hide and seek with us?
Oh, go straight up to red. Dude, what?
That's a yes. Okay, we'll play hide and seek with you.
That's pretty cool, but I need more evidence.
There's nothing around us.
Oh
No,
my
it
God,
doesn't-
I'm actually freaked.
It doesn't have to be anything that Colby has or holds or whatever. No, it can be just an interference. But again, I mean, it's pretty interesting that the spirit responded by, well, there is some sort of reaction to them asking whether the spirit wants to play hide and seek. So it is quite interesting, but I need more evidence.
I'm actually freaking out.
I don't see like little kids there. That's the problem.
That's him. There's supposedly multiple spirits down here.
There is. But that's the thing. I feel there is a few, they're very similar. They don't feel like children. Like not... They feel like small, mischievous. They exist there for the sake of existing, because they like it. But I don't feel like they were human, ever.
Here. So hopefully we get some activity.
On the count of 3, if you're a pity girl, we're about to play hide and seek, like we just talked about. You guys hide, we will come find you. So we'll close our eyes in a second, but go hide in 3.
There's something here behind, in that corridor behind Colby. Definitely something watching them.
Second, but go hide in 3, 2, 1.
And right after I said that, something made a sound in that area. There is definitely something there.
I have to bend over for this video, okay?
What the? If you think about it, like what other spots could they be even hiding in though? I swear to God, if that goes off right now.
Oh! Oh, we did get a second one. Wait, that's incredible.
God, this is only focusing on your shoulder. There we go.
It kind of feels because people assume that the staircase and the corner are the most like active hiding spots for the hide and seek game. I feel like that's not really, because I don't see or feel that there is like an actual spirit in there. It more feels like a blob of energy because people think, but it's not intelligent energy or even conscious energy. It just kind of exists there. That's how it feels.
Do you think they could be on the other side?
I don't know, that's Peter's side. We gotta try. But you know, he doesn't really like the dudes.
when I said that there is something there, and then Colby pointed there because there was a sound, that was from the Peter side. I don't believe there are kids in there. Unfortunately, I don't feel. There are spikes of energy for sure, especially in the places where people assume there is something, or people feel there is something or saw something before. It's kind of like the legend stuff, you know, the more you think, the more it will like kind of form things. Again, thought forms, that's where we're at right now. I personally, I don't feel intelligent spirits. I'm not gonna lie. But the Peter area, I'm curious about, because I already sensed that there is something watching them. Wasn't really happy, and then they've heard something from there, so we'll see.
The basement, he is the most aggressive spirit in this entire complex. More specifically, aggressive towards men that are wearing hats.
Guys, it's like literally the complete opposite.
Stop showing this fucking picture.
That, like, since we've been in here and not next to the pity girls, this has not gone off at all.
Yeah, same with mine.
What are the odds?
Because Peter is staying away right now. Peter, I'm saying as if I can see that dude. I don't know. I've seen him, but he's not in this particular clip. Like, not in this scene. He's watching them. I can feel a sense of being watched, but he's not like in the camera frame.
The only time that thing went off is when you were just showing it like that. That's so crazy.
What if we go back in there and they're still hiding and it goes off right?
Oh! Right when I walk in!
Wait, it's something with this specific area.
Alright, if any of the pity girls are
Maybe
still in here hiding, we're gonna find the last two of
the
you.
walls have electromagnetic field.
Every single time that you mention pity girls, this goes off. It's like they love this game.
But also, here's a thought process that I want people to enable when they watch these videos. The story of 3 girls dying and haunting a lighthouse is actually quite a heartbreaking story, and will cause a lot of emotions, and people will feel very bad about the kids, right? And then there is a whole legend that they play hide and seek, and it's a whole spiel, like a whole thing. Wouldn't it be more logical that maybe by constantly trying to create that atmosphere in there, by thinking about that, by talking about that, by, you know, bringing the story over and over and over, bringing up the story over and over and over again, that the energy in that particular location will start shifting, and it's not conscious, like I can't see intelligent consciousness in there, but it will float around and like follow the patterns that people assign to it. Because I personally, again, might be wrong, right? But I personally don't feel like there are children's spirits in there. But there is energy that is very active, and it kind of like reacts to people. It feels like a thought form. Because the only thing that I sense and feel is one particular entity in there that currently is hiding and isn't really happy. But it's watching. It's kind of observing the boys.
We found 2 in here, maybe possibly 3 right there. So let's go look at the lighthouse to see if there's anybody else.
Pity girls, if you're here, you want to follow us over to Lighthouse, you're completely welcome
that
to.
corner.
We want you to follow us throughout the night.
Peter, if you're down here.
Yo.
Ugh. It's that stomach feeling again. Oh, like I actually feel nauseous. What is in this place? It's not nice whatsoever.
Guys, we're packing up right now, and there was right down there.
That's where the guide said she heard the footsteps too.
There's no one in here.
I mean, unless the pity girls are like following us already.
This is definitely not a kid spirit, like whatever's following them right now from that particular area. It's not coming from the basement, it's coming from the room with blue walls at the very back. And this is second time I'm feeling a little bit icky in my stomach. Actually physically nauseous.
And then we both heard those creaks when we were downstairs, like somebody's been walking up here.
Aha. Oh, that's where the basement stairs is. It kind of feels like the Peter thing isn't stuck. They're never stuck to one place. But it kind of feels like the Peter entity can move up. It doesn't feel like Major William. There we go.
Can you give us one more sign
Oh,
real quick?
hold on. William, this is a few minutes later. I needed a drink. I removed the candle because my cat woke up and I don't trust my cat with candles. Nobody should. I don't remember how I finished that video, so we're gonna just continue from where I stopped and pretend like this pause never happened.
And now for the most haunted section, the lighthouse. This is haunted by Joseph and Maria Andrew, who were the caretakers of the original lighthouse that collapsed 300 yards away. So I'm gonna go up through every single floor with the SLS camera to see if we get any humanoid
SLS
pictures
cameras are pretty
of
cool.
Maria herself.
Let's get up this shaft. Dude! Holy!
Maria, Joseph, if you're here, please show yourself and push my friend right here down the staircase.
Now, I gotta be honest, not 100% on the SLS cameras. Like, I'm not 100% sure if I trust those. Because actually they can mistakenly connect, like, random dots and stuff into, like, a stick figure. I mean, some people, like, catch very interesting activity with those. But in these types of situations where the camera moves all the time, I'm not 100% sure on those. At the moment, again, I'm not feeling presence as much.
Switch.
Maria, pity girls. That was just you.
Don't do that. We have equipment all the way at the very bottom. So just in case someone comes in the door, we'll catch them. At the very bottom. So just in case someone comes in the door, we'll catch them.
No, that was an insect, sorry. When it comes to orbs, I usually suspect dust or insects. Like, I'm the first person to write off anything to, like, actual physical elements. And this one was so quick and so bright that I actually, like, physically managed to catch it on time. But it's definitely an insect flying.
Just called Sammy up here, and what did you just say?
We were standing at the base of the tower, and we saw shadow figures walking back and forth from doorway to doorway, down in the hallway.
At the very bottom of the door.
At the very bottom.
Dude, what?
Yeah,
And
the
we
activity...
heard, like,
So this is why I said what I said, that I don't sense the activity on the stairs, because it's not on the stairs, it's elsewhere. But I didn't have enough time to actually pay attention to the hallway of the lighthouse. So maybe if they come back, I will be able to. The stairs are not active at the moment, so whatever SLS camera showed, I don't know what it was, to be absolutely fair.
Oh, dude, and you can see the water right here.
Yeah.
This lighthouse in real life was helping ships find their way to shore and where to go, and in the afterlife, it's helping spirits find this area.
But it finally makes sense, first of all, what they said in the very beginning, and then what he just said about it being a beacon. They mean the beacon for the afterlife. Okay. And that's why lighthouses are considered to be the most haunted, is because they're okay. Oh my god, it only took me like an hour to realize what they're talking about. Fine.
House of White.
I
I'm
think
60 years old. This just sucks.
a trigger warning would have been nice.
We have copper wiring right here. Honestly, I think it would be like kind of a cool idea to start at the bottom and wrap this up all the way to the top and just basically make this like a giant beacon of communication for the spirits, because now it will be charged. Maria, Joseph, pity girls, is there anybody in here with us right now? The guide said that she could see shadow figures in here and heard footsteps going up the stairs. Can you use the energy?
Copper wire does not provide energy. What is the word for it? Conduction? Oh, my English decided not to work right now. Copper wire provides conduction, so it kind of makes the whole movement between locations easier and communication easier for spirits, because they don't have to go through, in theory, right? We don't know the science behind this. We don't have the science behind this whole idea. It's a conductor. So it doesn't create an energy, just makes it a lot easier to kind of like move the energy between locations.
Joseph, if you're up here, please come up to this green light.
There is
Just
activity
tap this device,
downstairs.
I'll know you're here.
Possibly wicked. Stop.
Why would I want it to stop?
It said save, wicked, stretched, and then stop. Like we stretch out the copper wire and told us to stop that.
I have a feeling that there is like too many spirits talking. There is a few distinct, not even voices, but like tones. So one person says to do one thing, the other person kind of says to do the other thing. It's not one person no, it's not one spirit communicating, it's several spirits communicating. And they're all downstairs. There is nobody up.
I'm getting nothing up here, which is so weird because we got so much earlier.
Desk. Stairs.
Who is talking to Colby downstairs? Is it the caretaker? Is it the keeper? If so, spike this up right now.
So the downstairs activity, like I said, there is like a lot going on. The problem with Ovulus and the problem with Alice Box, because they work in a similar way, is that it's very hard to distinguish how many spirits you are actually conversing with, because you don't hear like a potential voice like you would do in an Estes method or through the spirit box. And thus, sometimes when you are using those devices in a very active spot, you end up getting like a bunch of random stuff until you kind of like get a pattern together, which isn't trustworthy like in my books, because like I've said before, our brains are capable of finding the patterns and filling in the blanks and like finding our own meaning in certain situations. So I literally feel like they're talking to like a few things downstairs, and it's very difficult even for me to kind of distinguish who they are. It's not malevolent, for sure, and that combination of words had nothing to do with the like threats of pushing somebody into the water. Almost sounds like all of them are talking at the same time, and the Ovulus is just kind of catching a couple of words that it can.
Maybe putting the copper wire at the top allowed it to have so much energy that those people could come out. Like the people that aren't as strong and the people that aren't as active could.
That actually kind of makes sense, because again, it's not the energy that it provides. It provides the I need to have a look at the word again because my brain is not working. Conduction. There we go. It provides conduction. So spirits who have less energy or access to less energy, who usually struggle to communicate, will have like more capability to communicate. So it does make sense why then I feel that it was like a lot of voices that are, and it's hard to distinguish them as separate people. Like there was so much going on downstairs. It's like all of them from different times and periods of times came through and kind of started talking.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think, if you guys think that could like relate to any of the stories.
I just said what I think.
But honestly, like there was some words that made sense.
In my opinion, we did not get necessarily like a concrete answer in the tower, but the guide said that the best thing to do is a spirit box session in the basement, specifically on Peter's chairs.
Yes. The reason why I'm curious about this particular dual method is because they don't have anybody else to ask questions and direct the session. Like, it doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. The whole point of having the Estes method is to have somebody who can answer questions, direct the dialogue, and kind of evaluate if you are getting any sensible answers, intelligent answers or not. In this particular situation, I don't get it.
Pity girls love anything that lights up, so...
Wait, whoa! Oh.
Dude, what the fuck was that? The pity girls like anything that lights up, so if these were to move or burn out...
Something right behind them. That corridor is... And I wonder where that corridor is in regards to the upstairs. Because then, if it is right above the place where I constantly get that stomach feeling, that might be connected. It doesn't feel malevolent, it just feels icky.
We actually had a tour guide who was in the lighthouse and his glow stick came up and hovered in front of his face.
I don't trust that stuff. Like, hovered in front of the face, it's too much energy for a little girl. Usually kids' spirits don't have that much power over the energy because they're kids.
You guys gotta comment down below what happens, because we won't know until we edit this.
Okay. Got you.
Is there anyone here in the room with us tonight?
There is.
Waiting.
Yeah.
What is your name or names?
No.
Doesn't want to name himself. That thing from the corridor slowly comes behind them. It's a lot closer to them. My mind's eye, by the way, I don't. And the energy's kind of hugging them from both sides. I feel like they're both talking to the same thing.
I, as the friend...
You.
I see you as a friend.
Did you meet Sam and Colby tonight for the first time, or did you know them before?
No!
Again, why does everything get attracted to Sam? I mean, I know why, but never mind. There is something that is attached to Sam, or something reacted very negatively to that question. It wasn't, so whatever Sam felt right now did come from the location, came with him.
Up and down. Careful.
The stairs. Earlier.
Again, I don't feel the presence of the kids. I just feel this energy that comes from that corridor and exists in a basement, kind of hugging both of them and telling what it knows about the place, about the history, about everything. Because what I'm trying to do right now, I didn't explain it, of course, because I'm trying to figure out whether I actually can pick up on the petty girls through this method. So I'm kind of listening to what the guys are saying, what the questions are, and I'm trying to also assess the energy, but I don't sense that. Like, I'm trying quite hard, but it's very difficult for me to do, like, to agree that there are girls in there, at least not in this moment. And the more I watch this method clip, the more I'm convinced that actually this energy is more leaning towards Sam. He's got a lot more around him. Every single time I've watched their videos, and I know that Sam attracts more.
We're out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it is
You
now
are there.
completely on Sam's side.
The ocean every night.
Colby's like out of it, and Sam kind of
Normal.
brought it all in.
We'll stand.
I wish I knew.
Oh, fuck.
It started pressuring, so I'm not going to call it an attack because I don't like saying that spirits or entities or whatever attack people. That's not my jazz. It started leaning into Sam a lot more.
Do you like the tourists who come and visit?
No.
No.
What should people
The
do when
lights.
they come and visit
Me.
the
Me
lighthouse?
God has ordained.
Sam functions as a lighthouse himself.
What can Sam and Colby do to become better paranormal investigators?
Free fall.
Trust.
Maria! Oh!
Talking with us tonight. We
Holy
appreciate your
shit.
time and willingness to tell your story.
Taken.
This session is ended. Sam and Colby,
Oh my God.
wake up.
Whew, that was fucking intense. Because I was watching what was happening with Sam, and his absolute fucking mad anxiety has driven me a little bit mad as well. Sam is a lot more opened energetically. It's easier for entities to drain his energy and to cause emotional spikes and to get it out. Hence, every single time shit gets attracted to him. Not his fault, by the way. But in the beginning, basically this is what I saw. This is how it worked for me. In the beginning, like I said, this thing came from the back, from their back, kind of hugged both of them from both sides and started like evaluating or communicating and figuring out like what to do. And then slowly it moved away from Colby, and I saw like a very clear distinction between how that energy was interacting with both of them. It moved away from Colby, concentrated around Sam, and that happened around the same time when Sam started feeling on edge, started feeling being touched, and kind of stayed with him, draining all of his energy, while Colby was sitting kind of like almost separately. And then again, I don't feel like there were any other spirits in there apart from this energy, and it kind of holds the memories. So sometimes on the questions that were asked, it would reply with anything that it knows, but it wasn't necessarily coming from the specific people.
I felt multiple things coming from back there. You know that like,
Yep.
chill, like with the hairs standing on top of your neck?
Yes.
That's what I got.
Maria.
I think this was like 2-3 minutes in. I heard pity. Like pity.
I can't hear. I decided not to wear headphones for the second part of this, so any kind of additional sounds I don't hear. But the fact that it's coming again from the same corridor right behind them tells me that something's in that specific place. Like historically, I don't know, but it keeps happening from that area.
I'm just so curious to see if any of these questions made sense. But guys, we obviously won't know until we edit this, so it might be worse or it might be way better than we ever expected.
The point of the yes this method is to try and continue an intelligent dialogue with an entity, because you in real time can confirm whether you can trust the entity, whether it's an actual intelligent one. The questions aren't pre-recorded, and it's possible to navigate the conversation. While here it kind of opens up the gate for the spirits to talk, but there is no that control that it's necessary.
Climb the tower, the lighthouse, blindfolded, all the way to the top. I'm going to trip over my feet and die. If I fall one time, I'm going down.
I would have never agreed to that, by the way.
That's just work.
So if the pity girls are here in the other room or anywhere around here in the basement, feel free to come over here. Oh my, no way. No.
People can argue with me. I don't care. I don't see the girls. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I don't see the girls in that damn basement.
You can come hit it, and I'll know you're here.
Not interested.
Or make any sound or sign.
God. Dude, does that mean something is on me?
Kind of.
Almost fell. Oh God, I can't show you guys the EMF and hold on to the railing at the same time. It's
That's
not
actually
possible.
fucking
Also, I
physically
swear to
scary.
God, if the music box goes off.
I can't believe I would have just ran for my life somewhere else, and I would have never spoken to, if my friend was to do that to me, I would have just...
Off right now, I will be shitting everywhere. Oh, fuck. Ow. Okay.
So that's Peter. Can you make this spike one more time? Can you come up to this green dot?
It doesn't like the name
One more time.
Peter.
Colby went into the conjuring basement, so I'll give him that.
I know I've been joking around a lot. And it could have just been my echoes. But I actually thought I heard something following me. Oh.
I want to see how powerful you are.
No, don't say that. Why do they always do this to themselves? Don't provoke. Don't provoke. Because when you do, shit like this happens.
Oh, guys, I can hear the motor, which means I have to be really, really close.
Alright, Peter, or the pity girls, or even the man in blue.
They should have mentioned that in the beginning, because that matches whatever I was seeing. Because it doesn't like the name Peter. It doesn't respond to the name Peter. It doesn't, it doesn't match the character and the personality of what I'm feeling, and the energy doesn't match the description of Peter. This thing that I was seeing them having around them during the Estes method is something that is a little bit more intimidating. So yeah, I would see him scaring children away. And also that's probably why I don't see the girls there, because if this entity is active and currently is in there with Sam, and kids don't like him, then the girls wouldn't be there. And that thing was there the entire time.
The man in blue is another figure.
Yeah.
He's said to be one of the previous keepers.
It's always on the left. Well, that's right,
that the
actually,
man in
but
blue?
it's Sam's left.
Do you want to come in here?
Music box.
The music box! The music box is going off! The music box is going off! The music box is going off! Hello?
Most of the activities downstairs. Again, he's got up right now. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. Not because I'm looking down, from this camera, but because I'm catching, however, out of breath and stuff. Most of the activities downstairs, especially as soon as you go up, everything downstairs activates. This is the second time this is happening.
Somebody might be in here. Somebody actually might be in here. Nobody here.
I actually fucking zoned out I'm so out of breath watching Colby going up and down the stairs. I zoned out completely. I don't see any activity, like not much, in the lighthouse. Hold on.
Yo,
Holy shit, how was that?
dude.
I definitely got Peter, Pity Girls, and when I said Man in Blue, multiple footsteps. No idea what their intentions are, but 100% prove they are some trickster spirits. Like, they're just trying to fuck with us.
100%. I don't know what we were talking to tonight, but I can say this for sure is one of the most active places we've been in a long time.
Okay, definitely not the girls. There is something that correlates with the idea of the man in blue. Whether it's a living spirit or not, lived human spirit or not, I'm not sure. But that's the most intimidating and the most powerful spirit in the basement. I don't feel anything else. The lighthouse seems to be not so active upstairs as it is downstairs. So most of the stuff happens there. Portal, I wouldn't say portal, but it kind of feels like a gathering room. Like a lot of shit was going on. A lot of people were there. It has a very long history, so I wouldn't be surprised if all the people who used to work in the lighthouse would come in and out every now and then to kind of like, either it's residual or some spirits who couldn't move on came back and they come back sometimes and create this activity. I will say it again, I don't feel the girls. The boys in particular, I don't think they ever came across Major William. I don't think they ever came across Maria. It's not malevolent, but it kind of borderline doesn't feel human either anymore, because it has been stuck there for such a long time that it's forgotten that it's been human one day, that man in blue person, or it was never a human spirit and it just kind of created a form of a human so that people kind of recognize it. So
yeah, so with that being said, we'll see you 2023. Adios.
The activities that the tour guides and everybody else described were out of this world, right? Like levitating stuff, somebody got dragged. It's always very impressive and kind of feels exaggerated, and then when you end up having your own personal experiences, they sometimes don't end up being as, massive as they are. But again, watching through this entire thing, there isn't many spirits that are always there. It feels like a place where a lot of people are gathering. So the potential of the lighthouse working as a beacon for the afterlife, I can see that potential. The basement in the keeper's house, interesting space. I would investigate that a little bit more. I would even, if I could, I would probably even try to summon who usually is there and kind of try to figure out what they're doing there and why. But I still don't see the girls. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any. And if there are, even if there is something that people think those are the pity girls, then, like I said in the very beginning, it feels more like a thought forms, like sort of concentrated energy in certain spots where people assume that there will be girls. What needs to be realized and understood is that people come to haunted locations or to locations that are assumed to be haunted in a state of mind preemptively wound up. And our mind, our brain is capable of wonderful things. We can see things where there aren't any. And I would assume when you come to the location, even if it's not entirely active, preemptively wound up and ready to see something, you possibly will see something. And then it becomes legends. People will declare those as experiences. They will start telling others, and it becomes the world. It becomes a legend. It starts traveling from person to person through stories, and stories create those concentrated peaks of energies that then start behaving as legends themselves, because the more people talk about them, the more powerful and kind of stronger these energies become. There are a few points in the basement where, yes, this is, things can peak, but that's not intelligent and conscious energy whatsoever. It's just kind of concentrated. The intelligent one would be the man in the blue. If you like this video, please give it a like and of course subscribe to my channel, because if you receive this video the way that, you know, would be satisfactory, if you're interested in this format, definitely let me know in the comments and I will record more of these. I will react to other YouTubers apart from Sam and Colby. I am planning to do some Celine and Chris stuff as well. And there is a lot more paranormal investigators out there that I also can react to. But of course, let me know, leave your suggestions, and ask me anything about the stuff that I've talked about today. 2 hours after starting, I don't even remember half of what I said anymore. Follow me on other platforms, of course. I'm mostly active on Instagram, but you can also follow me on TikTok. All links will be in the description. With that, I'm signing off. See you next time.